Every year, more foreigners are choosing to live here, but why? It's not just the beaches or the food, it's something deeper. When you first step onto the shores of the Philippines, you feel it, that instant peace. The sound of waves hitting the sand, the smell of salt in the air, the warmth of the sun that feels more like a gentle hug than heat. For many foreigners, that's the first spark. It's not just vacation beauty. It's a kind of calm that feels alive, the kind you can't capture on camera, only in memory. From the beaches of Palawan to the misty mountains of Bukidnon. From the chaotic city lights of Manila to the quiet fields of Iloilo. The Philippines feels like many worlds in one country. You can watch the sunrise on a beach, and just hours later, hike into the clouds. There are over 7,000 islands, and each one tells a different story. For some, it's the endless adventure, diving into coral gardens, chasing waterfalls, or surfing waves in Siargao. For others, it's the peace, sitting by the ocean, doing nothing but breathing. Many who come here say the same thing. I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Peace. In a world that's always rushing, the Philippines forces you to slow down. Here, time doesn't chase you, it flows with you. The sunsets last longer, conversations feel deeper, and somehow, even silence feels warmer. That's why so many people fall in love at first sight, not just with the view, but with the feeling the view gives you. I thought I was coming for a vacation, one man says, smiling. But the first morning I woke up here, I knew I didn't want to go back. Another woman says, the beauty here isn't only what you see, it's what you feel. The energy is soft, peaceful, human. Every island has its own charm. The limestone cliffs of El Nido. The pink sands of Zamboanga. The emerald lagoons of Coron. But what makes the Philippines truly different is how alive everything feels. Even the air has a pulse, a rhythm that matches the laughter of people, the hum of tricycles, and the crashing of waves. When foreigners see that beauty when you ask foreigners what truly keeps them in the Philippines, they rarely start by mentioning the beaches or the weather. They say, it's the people. And it's true. Because here, kindness isn't a performance, it's a lifestyle. In the Philippines, you'll never feel alone for long. Someone will always offer you a seat, a meal, or a story. Even if you're a stranger, they'll call you friend or kuya. Hospitality here isn't something learned, it's something inherited. It's in their DNA. Filipinos have a word for this warmth, pakikisama. The spirit of getting along, helping, sharing, belonging. It's not just about being nice, it's about being human together. The culture is colorful, loud, and full of life. From grand fiestas to small-town gatherings, there's always a reason to celebrate. Music plays, people dance, food never runs out. And if you show up uninvited, don't worry. They'll still hand you a plate and say, "Kain tayo." Let's eat. That's the Filipino way. You're always welcome. Even during the hardest times, when storms hit or floods rise. You'll see neighbors helping neighbors, strangers helping strangers. There's a saying here, bayanihan. It means coming together, carrying each other's burdens, literally and spiritually. You can lose everything, and still have everyone. That's why foreigners say they feel something here they never felt back home. Community. Filipinos have mastered the art of joy. They find laughter in the smallest things. They can turn pain into jokes, and sadness into songs. Maybe that's why even when life is hard, the Philippines still feels light. Because here, happiness isn't bought, it's shared. They don't have much, one expat says, smiling. But they'll give you everything, even the last piece of food on their plate. Another says, I've lived in many countries. But this is the only one where strangers made me feel like family. There's something sacred about Filipino culture. A balance. They say the Philippines is the land of smiles. And they're right. But what makes that smile special is that it's not always because life is easy. It's because Filipinos choose to smile even when it's not. Everywhere you go, the city, the province, the mountains, the islands, you'll see smiles. From the jeepney driver stuck in traffic, to the street vendor selling fish under the scorching heat, to the kids playing basketball barefoot on the street. They laugh, they joke, they sing. Because here, joy isn't about what you have. It's about how you live. Even when the storms come. And they always do. Filipinos still smile. You'll see people laughing as they push their tricycle through the flood. You'll hear neighbors teasing each other during a brownout. You'll see families still sharing food, still saying, "Kain tayo." That smile, it's strength disguised as happiness. It's courage hidden in laughter. I used to wonder, says a foreigner, how people could smile so much when life can be so hard. Then I realized they smile because life is hard, and they've learned not to let it break them. Another says, that smile isn't fake. It's faith. Maybe it's their faith. Maybe it's family. Maybe it's the way every Filipino grows up knowing that life will have storms. But the sun always comes back. And so, they smile. They smile through loss, through pain, through everything. Because it's their way of saying, we'll be okay. Filipinos sing even when they're sad. They dance even when they're tired. They find humor in everything. That's not denial, that's resilience. That's the secret that keeps the Philippines shining through every dark day. When foreigners come here, they notice it right away. The smile at the airport. The good morning from a stranger. The laughter in the middle of traffic. And for many of them, it changes everything. They come from places where smiles are rare, where people rush, frown, and forget to breathe. But here, a smile is a gift. A reminder that even when life isn't perfect, it's still beautiful. That's why Filipinos are always smiling. Because deep down, they know something the world forgets. That happiness isn't about what happens to you. It's about what you choose to give.